Good morning and welcome back. Hope you're having a grand start to your Wednesday. We're getting into that time of the year where we're going to start to have that fall color showing up, and typically we start to get cooler temperatures. Not so much this week, but here's a look at a great shot from the Cherahela Skyway. This is on the Tennessee side, sent in by our digital editor Tracy Trumbull. He shot this with a drone. He said the color's really starting to pop on that Tennessee side, and that's what we're going to see here over the next couple of weeks, especially along the Blue Ridge Mountains up into the northern Cumberland Plateau. That's where you're going to see that peak color beginning to show up. Even here in the valley, we're going to start to see some of that moderate color. And if you go out, you probably notice, at least I noticed yesterday on a drive to Cleveland, that there's a lot of leaves starting to change. We're seeing those oranges, those reds. So we're getting there. And as we go into your weekend, we're going to get closer and closer to the peak. Even here in the valley, we'll likely see that peak in that first week or so of November here locally. Now here's a look at those temperatures. Not all that bad this morning. It's 46 in Dayton, 46 in Cleveland, 52 in Chattanooga, but your high temperatures typically going to be in the low to maybe even middle 80s here in the valley. So we're going to be about 10 to maybe even 15 degrees above normal. Our average high right around 71 here in the valley for this time of the year. We'll have 77 in Altamont. Winds will pick up out of the south-southwest, occasionally gusting of 10 to 15. But we're going to be unseasonably warm again for the next couple of days. High temperature 82, your average high right around 71 degrees. So like I just mentioned, it is going to be warm, and that's going to be the big thing we're going to be talking about, the October warmth, because really there's nothing else to talk about. It has been bone dry. We're not going to see any active weather. And a big reason we're seeing all of this October warmth, we have high pressure in control, the jet streams well to the north, and we have this warm, moist flow coming up in the upper atmosphere from the Pacific Ocean. So the southern jet stream just pumping in this mild air across the southern U.S., and that's what we're going to see all the way through this weekend. So to get these cold air intrusions, we need this jet stream to dip down. It's just not doing that. So the cold air stays bottled up into Canada, and that means we're going to be dealing with the warm weather. So if you like the 80s, well, hey, this is the forecast for you. Here's a look at your next 7 days. 79 tomorrow. We are going to have a weak front come through today. That drops temperatures just a few degrees tomorrow. And then Friday into Saturday, low 80s. And then look what happens Sunday into Monday. It's going to turn cooler finally as temperatures return back to the lower 70s. But still, the overall pattern trend favoring above normal temperatures for a better part of the eastern half of the U.S. Moving forward, that dark red shade you're seeing, that almost burgundy, yeah, that means we have about a 90% chance of above normal temperatures. And keep in mind, as we get into the end of October and the beginning of November, your average high drops to around 68. So above average would be, low to mid 70s. So likely to see a few more 80-degree days, and then we should get rid of those as we move into November. But high pressure building in, going to continue to control our weather. As we go through your Wednesday, we'll have this front coming through. It is going to be dry. Not going to see any rain with this front. We need it, but unfortunately it's just too dry up there. We have dew points in the 40s, not going to be any kind of moisture to work with, and that's going to be the truth through the rest of the week. So no big rain chances coming our way for the next 7 days, which will take us to about October 30th. So if we continue on this trek, we're likely to have the driest October on record, likely to see our drought conditions worsen as the next drought monitor is issued tomorrow, seeing a moderate drought from Chattanooga up to Athens with severe drought conditions towards the I-40 corridor. So like I just mentioned, the driest October on record right now as it stands is 2016 and 1938 tied with just 0.08 of an inch of rain, but we've only had 0.04 so far this month. So if we don't pick up any more rain, October 2024 would be the driest October on record since records began back in 1879. So it has been dry, and of course, over the next 7 days, we're not looking at any big rain chances, actually no rain chances at all. Just going to be a whole lot of sunshine with temperatures in the 80s through about Saturday, but we will get a little bit of a cool down Sunday. So that's something to look forward to.
All right, we'll take it. Thank you much, Clay.